So, I found the quest. It was from Bonsamdi himself. Hey there! You be just the Death Knight I've been looking for. It be your old pal Bonsamdi reaching out to you from the other side. I be having a little problem over here with the boss. You be looking mighty bored just standing around here in Ardenweald. You find him in Ardenweald. Why don't you come to the other side and help out an old friend? Bonsamdi promise you gonna make it worth your while. You might want to bring a few more adventurers with you, just to be safe. Who dares decline the invite? But yeah, if you're curious where I found him, he's right up here. Actually, was he here? He's around this area. Or was he over here? He's around this area. It was a mask of Bonsamdi. So yeah. And apparently we have to speak with the mask of Bonsamdi in the dungeon as well. And if you're wondering, yeah, the entrance to the dungeon is actually here in Ardenweald, down over here. So, from what I've heard, there's an actual, Covenant campaign quest involving Bonsamdi that explains why that would be there in Ardenweald. That he's actually had dealings with the Winter Queen. Because what we found out... do you guys remember in the other dungeon we've already done for Ardenweald? The Tyrna Scythe dungeon? Remember how we found out that this thing here was actually gorging on the wild seed that housed the Loa of Knowledge? That means there have been other Loa in Ardenweald. We also know this for a fact involving others. Like Ursoc and such. So there have been other Loa that have gone to Ardenweald. Which of course Bonsamdi would know. Being that he has been saying he's the Loa of Death this entire time. Though, what we actually have found out, and this is part of what the revelation here in the dungeon, is that he's not really. He's the Loa of Graves. The real Loa of Death, however, is who we're facing in this dungeon. I've heard a lot of good things about this dungeon. I've heard a lot of people really like it. Bonsamdi and Mueh'zala right there. Oh, hey, here's the mask.
Oh.
Hey there, man. It'd be good to see a friendly face. Your old friend Bonsamdi be having a bit of trouble with the boss, man. Hey, man, long time no see. I be having a bit of trouble with me boss, Mueh'zala. Now, don't you worry. Your old friend Bonsamdi got this whole thing under control. I just be needing some help gathering me mojo back from a few ungrateful business partners. You bring me the mojo, and we gonna be taking care of old Mueh'zala once and for all. And we get some anima for it. Nice.
Don't you worry now. I never be.
Oh. So line them up. Yes! That's my favorite, when they just line them up for me like that. I'm like, yes! But yeah, I'll talk a bit more about Mueh'zala and why this is a big deal in a bit.
You be hiding all them Zandalary souls, Bonsamdi. Give them to your boss man now, or you gonna be sorry. Real sorry. So you can be sending them to the mall? No. Them is my people, Mueh'zala. No way I go give them up. You always be soft, Bonsamdi. Weak. Sooner or later you're gonna break. Then the jailer be getting his due. Wait. Who? Heroes! Me knew you was gonna come and help your old pal Bonsamdi. Mueh'zala got me at a disadvantage. But if you collect me mojo from a few of me business partner, then together we could turn the tables on him. I'd be keeping this old lord distracted. Go on now. Follow the path. And don't you be taking no for an answer.
I know that Bwansamdi is not the nicest person, but man, I really enjoyed his character and his voice actor in BFA. So, does this look familiar? I'm assuming that we are heading...
Old Bwansamdi don't just be making deals on Azeroth. Brokers be looking for power too. All kind of power. This one ain't gonna want to give me back my mojo. So careful now. She's tricky.
Huh. So then I assume that means we are heading to... yeah. Dealer Zy'exa is a cunning acquisitionist wielding an array of magical contrivances that she has collected over the millennia. She relies on spatial manipulation to stay one step ahead of the innumerable enemies that she has made in her dealings. I didn't even notice I had some stacks on me. I didn't even know what those stacks were, or how I got them. Oh, wait, I see. Oh. Interesting. By the way, for my initial hearing there, I really liked Mueh'zala's voice. But then again, I've always liked the troll voice. I like how I got that request from the mask, and yet when he saw me, he was like, "Oh, heroes, you're here! What are you doing here?" Like, he sounded so surprised to see us here. Oh, that requires the Night Fae? Aw. Well, I'm sure I'll be doing this on my druid at some point. Hold on. Up, up. Press advance for the win. Lichborn for the win. So we have a Prot Paladin as our tank and a Holy Paladin as our healer. And then we have a Shadow Priest, a Mage, looks like a Frost Mage, and me. So you have to constantly be jumping in this portion of the dungeon to get rid of the stacks. Interesting. Oh gosh, that pulled those two. Sorry. So the dealer is down there. We can actually mount. But we don't lose the stacks. What does that do, though? Feeling drowsy, doing some jumping... wake you up.
You will pay dearly for this.
For what?
Entertainment. Away.
What in the world?
Care to give this one a try? This should be entertaining. Now, where to put you? Find shelter more than mere tree.
Move to the displacement trap.
I would step lightly straight. A hard bargain.
We got the mojo.
Them brokers be up to something. You best be keeping an eye on them. Now hurry back with me, mojo.
I'm so glad we're getting a follow-up to this. We kept hearing about the other side in BFA. And I was really wanting a follow-up to it. We also got some more info about it in the Shadows Rising book that led up to the release of this expansion, which I really enjoyed. Plus, it had some really awesome moments involving Bwansamdi. Especially his little interactions with Zakan. That was really funny.
Me want them souls, Bwansamdi. Me want Rastakhan and all the other Zandalari. It ain't wise to be holding out on Mueh'zala. You're gone and forgot what it means to be Aloha. Your bond with the people. The power you share. The only power that counts be dead. And dead be coming for them all. It's too far.
So this actually helps confirm something that some of us actually wondered about. Why Bwansamdi is not as powerful as he should be. Because if he really was the Loa of Death, he'd be much more powerful than what we saw in BFA. Than what we apparently are, were perceived to be his actual power and such. Because it just doesn't really make sense when you think about it. Otherwise, he'd be possibly stronger than the Lich King. And he wasn't. But that's because he wasn't actually the Loa of Death. Mueh'zala is. So he was basically kind of playing it up. Bwansamdi, I mean. Alright, now who are we going to face next? Mechagon. Oh my gosh.
No, it don't just be trolls who be coming to ask for old Bwansamdi's help. All kinds be making deals with the lower adept. Like these two crazy little gnomes here. They both be hungry for power. So we were more than happy to oblige. But now, maybe needing that mojo back.
Oh gosh, this reminds me of going through the Mechagon dungeon. Oh, the horror. Going through that dungeon in Mythic Plus was... Oh, I hated it. I'm sorry, I hated going through that in Mythic Plus. Oh, sorry. Oops. Ah! Oh, crap. So, you're gonna love this. Our next boss is the Mana Storms. Yes, the Mana Storms. Absolute honesty and trust are what makes Millie and Millhouse Mana Storm such a power couple. Well, honestly, trust, staggering magic, and experimental technology. Combining these four elements in perfect harmony makes the Mana Storms the most deadly, dangerous, and disastrous couple anywhere. Is this really a follow-up to the encounter in the Violet Hole dungeon in Legion? Because that was hilarious. Oh gosh. Is this another Frogger boss? Huh. Huh. Oh, I messed it up.
I need a target.
This feels like like the dungeon that is a straight up follow-up to BFA. The fact that it's, you know, Bonsandi and now it's Mechagon, you know. Now, I don't mind personally because unlike other people, I don't hate BFA. I'm not fond of it. It's probably my least favorite of the expansions, because, yes, I actually do like Warlords. But I don't hate BFA because there were still things about BFA I actually did like. But the expansion, looking back on it, I'm just like, nah. Okay, that... So our healer just got knocked off and killed. Okay, well... Death's advance for the win! I mean, if that's a knockback, then yeah, if I just use that, then it's not possible for it to knock me off the edge, which is awesome. Oh, but look how far back they have to go to make their way back over here.
What have we here? That dusty old Loa has sent debt collectors already? But I haven't had his mojo long enough to create my masterpiece.
Wait, you made a deal with Bonsandi too? Back off, simpletons!
Aw, they cut them off.
Interrupt one.
Well, hey, hold on. Power beyond your comprehension! Power beyond your comprehension!
Interrupt 5.
Power beyond your comprehension!
Interrupt.
Doom! Now it's for Maleficent. Or Millie.
This one will drive you nuts!
Millhouse, will you stop that? Oh, I can't interrupt him when he's up there.
This one will drive you nuts!
Stop! I'd rather give up the mojo than lose her! You are the best, Millie! Let's never fight again! For a while, at least.
Oh, sweetie! You do care!
I love those two.
That's sweet. Old Bonsandi had his share of romance back in the day. More than his share.
Oh gosh, Bonsandi, please. Oh. I misspelled that trying to type that up.
Don't be forgetting who made you a Loa, Bonsandi. Now give me them souls and kneel before your master. That was long ago, but me remember. Remember how the trolls be turning away from you? All them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna... Me don't need worshippers. The jailer gonna give me all the power I need. And Bonsandi the one who gonna be forgotten.
So that also explains that Mueh'zala is the one who actually made Bonsandi a Loa in the first place. And of course the jailer would just simply make him more powerful if Mueh'zala is the actual real Loa of Death. This answers a number of issues and questions that we had back in BFA. Where some of us were just like, this doesn't make sense. Now, it does actually kind of make sense. This next boss is a familiar face. Or rather, I should say another familiar face.
Now, here's a Loa you might remember. Haka always be needing mojo for his rituals, and Bonsandi always be willing to make a deal. But what you give me that look for? Sure, Haka be a Loa of blood, but a deal's a deal, man. Just get me mojo back.
It's like, I like how that's his way of justifying what happened back in the day. For those of you who know the lore about Hakar. Like, I'm like, Bonsandi, he did some mess up stuff. And he's like, look, a deal is a deal, man. Now, of course, I do not have the, Oh, I like how that trash was like the one from the other dungeon, the Sunken Temple dungeon. I, of course, did not participate in vanilla WoW stuff back in the day when Zul'Gurub was like one of those main raids back in vanilla WoW. And no, I have not participated in Classic because I don't really play Classic and have an intention to actually play it that much. I have gone through the Zul'Gurub dungeon, though, from Cataclysm. I even made a video about it, talking a lot about the lore involving Hakar. Because of how big a deal it was. Oh, that's right. You can't attack those. I'm gonna let the tank open that. There he is. Good ol' Hakar. Hakar the Soulflayer. Even the presence of Hakar the Soulflayer has caused turmoil on Azeroth. Violence and plague mark his blood and his immeasurable power. His faithful fought for him till death and beyond. Giving up power has never been his way, even when it is not his own.
I will live again! Face the wrath of the Soulflayer! Die, mortal! Ataline! Rise in service of Hakar! Ataline! Die, mortal! Ataline!
I would imagine some of this is supposed to be a reference. Some of this fight, but I, of course, did not participate in that fight back in the day because I wasn't playing back then.
The Soulflayer! Die, mortal! Ataline! Rise in service of Hakar!
Run.
Power was mine! Oh, Hakar, you're a nasty one, but you be making him pay him debt. Sooner or later, he's gonna be back. You can't keep a bad lord down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to come through here. The fact that that there's stuff exclusively based on what covenant you are. But yeah, how did this delay Hakar coming back? What we just did, fighting him and killing him.
These little friends of yours think they're gonna help you one someday? What chance you be having against me? It be Mueh'zala who brought Helia to the jailer's side. Struck a deal for old Odin's eye, and made the Banshee war chief with a whisper. You think you're one, boss man? Maybe you've been skulking in the shadows for too long. Come on now, heroes. Bring the mojo back and help me put this old lower in place.
That answered several questions.
Your life be mine! So small, so weak!
I'm not really sure what's going on with this fight.
The best hurry! The price don't matter now!
I'm just like way away from my team.
Me be the true!
Whoa! Okay, Master of Death expels shadow, blood, and necromantic magic in a direction, inflicting damage every 3 seconds to targets hit by the Master of Death. It stacks.
To the maw with your souls! No one be defying Mueh'zala!
So I guess I'll read his thing while we take a moment to kind of collect ourselves.
I have many lucky do's you like. Many farewell.
The father of sleep, the son of time, the night's friend. Mueh'zala ushered the dead of Azeroth long before Bonsamdi made his first deal. He knows a god should rule, but not beg for servants and worshippers. The plans he laid in ancient times to reclaim that power are coming to fruition once he deals with his rebellious replacement. He seems to telegraph attacks when he lifts his right hand back, move to the left. When he lifts his left hand, move to the right.
Darkness be mine!
Interesting.
Watch wave.
So small, so weak!
Aha!
Be mine!
That, however,
Shadows take ya! Darkness be mine to command!
You best hurry. The price don't matter now.
Foolish mortals! Leaving a true god are dead!
huh. Shadow reality.
Don't you be counting me out.
Take Bonsamdi's Death Gate to... we're supposed to take Bonsamdi's Death Gate. The portal. Okay. Interact with Mueh'zala's grasp totems after defeating the Visage to release Bonsamdi's Fury. Be mindful of cosmic collapse fields during the Master of Death and Shadow Dominion. So when he's doing that big Shadow Reality cast, I guess, that's when we have to take the Death Gate.
Darkness be mine to command!
Watch wave.
The shadows take ya! Your life be mine! So small!
Interesting. This seems like a really cool and interesting fight.
Darkness be mine to command! Darkness be mine to command!
Watch wave.
Your life be mine! The shadows take ya! So small, so weak!
So the thing is, we've heard about Mueh'zala in little books and such, kind of littered throughout World of Warcraft for a long time. There were hints
You never
about someone named
care about
Mueh'zala
your
for a very
people.
long time.
Only power. You can't be holding me forever.
I like how in this they're basically depicting that Mueh'zala doesn't care about his worshippers and followers and people. He just cares about the power of death, which is basically what was being said earlier. What Bonsamdi actually cares about, I say cares very, kind of loosely, but you could say he actually cares about the worshippers and followers, which makes sense since usually that's how Aloha gets their power, from the amount of people that follow and worship them.
Watch wave.
The shadows take ya!
So he admits he's the one who brought Helia from where her realm in Legion, after we killed her in the raid in Legion, here to the jailer, He's the one who struck a deal for Odin's eye, which, is he wearing that? Is he wearing Odin's other eye? Or does he have it? If he had it on him, that would be interesting. And, of course, admits we now finally have confirmation that he was the one who was whispering to Vol'jin in his dying breath to name Sylvanas as the war chief in Legion.
The shadows take ya!
That straight up confirms that he's the one who did that. Which, since he's working with the jailer, that makes a lot of sense.
Foolish mortals! Me be the true god of dead!
So they're having to take out each of those shattered visages.
Better to pay attention, father of sleep.
If they actually finish this off and kill him with just 2 of us, that's going to be really funny.
There be no escaping death.
Oh, look at how fast his health melted. Nice job.
Mortals! How this be?
Times change, man. Mortals never be as weak as you believe them to be. You see, they have potential. But don't you be worrying about a thing. You're gonna be having plenty of time to learn from your mistakes. You did good, heroes, yeah. But what Mueh'zala got coming, yet for mortal eyes. Take your trinkets and be gone with ya.
That be some big talk one Sunday, but you be nothing before the jailer.
You better watch your tongue, little thing. One someday the boss man now.
Yes, I got the wrist piece. That's exactly what I needed. That I had a 158. I got a 158, and it now replaces a 132. So I'm now up to 154. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. So now I get an opportunity to actually show Mueh'zala a little bit more proper. You can see the interesting spikes coming out of him there, implying that there's somewhat of the jailer's power, but I like the implication here that Mueh'zala is strong enough on his own that he doesn't necessarily have to or need the jailer's power, that he's just that strong on his own. Of course, I love Somebody's voice actor. The things he says here, it's great. So I'm sorry that I really didn't get to show off this fight proper. Obviously, it was my first time in here seeing what to do. I didn't realize about the instant death mechanic that it happened, where you're supposed to take the portal to avoid that and then go around. And then you could see the health melting because you're supposed to do something to kind of weaken his defenses, and then he just basically melts at that point. Huh. Yeah, I mean, Bonsombi, look, I get what you're saying, dude, but I don't know. I'm not sure if you're actually strong enough to take on the jailer, especially if Mueh'zala is working with the jailer. That's a lot of power of death, Mueh'zala and the jailer. So, I mean, unless you're allying with us, because otherwise, I'm not really sure that you're that powerful. You're strong, dude, but you're not that strong.
Another day, another day.
Now that the old boss be a captive audience, he and I gonna be making some new arrangements. You best be going now, but don't worry. I be seeing you soon. I certainly hope so, because I really enjoy you as a character and your voice actor. I think you're very entertaining. So I do hope we get to see more of Bonsombi in the future. I think he's a very interesting and entertaining character. Mainly, of course, a lot of that is because, of course, of his voice actor.
Sooner or later, everyone comes to me.
So, yeah. I can see why a lot of people like this, but there's a lot. Like, doing this dungeon answers a lot of questions that we had. This answers numerous questions. This one dungeon answered numerous questions. It is such an important dungeon to do when it comes to filling some gaps, answering some questions regarding the story and the lore. So there is one more dungeon to do that we haven't done yet. But considering that I just found Bwonsamdi's mask in Ardenweald, I'm going to see if maybe there's a location near in Revendreth where we can get the quest to actually go to the Sanguine Depths. But until then, I'll leave you guys with this image of Bwonsamdi and Mueh'zala, and I will see you guys next time.